Hi, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to create a drill down report. Let's talk about what a drill down report is. So you obviously have the ability to build ad hoc custom reporting inside of SalesFusion, and the drill down adds an extra element to it to be able to provide some additional information. Here's an example of a drill down report. Now if this was not a drill down report, then these would not be links. It would just be information in standard black text here. You can see here that we're capturing some data. This was from web activity. We're looking at an IP address, we're looking at a source, and then of course we're looking at the email. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to give the person some additional information about this particular person. So if I were to click on this email, it opens up a second report with some additional data that I'm able to utilize. These reports can be very beneficial for both you and your sales team. So it just basically, again, gives you the ability to get more in-depth information just with a click of a button. We're going to be walking through building one. So I'm going to start off under the Reports tab, and I'm going to go to the Report Builder. Under Data Source, this can be anything of your choosing. If you have custom views, you can use those. If you have a single table, you can use that as well. For my purpose, I'm going to be using a standard view. With the standard view, I'm going to be creating and using the View Web Activity. I'm going to be looking at the web activity details, and then we'll be drilling down into the email. Report type, for my purpose, I'm going to choose tabular, and then you would enter a report name. I'm going to put in today's date, as I like dates, and we'll put in training. And we'll actually add master at the end of it. So what I'm creating first is I'm going to create the master report, which would be the first report that we were on here with the email address. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the subsequent report and tie the two together. So when I come in here, I'm going to choose my category, and I'm going to select Create Report. I'm then going to go ahead and add my columns, and I'm going to have to think about ahead of time what columns I'm going to have linked to the other report, meaning what is going to be that hyperlink tying to the second report. So I'm going to come down, I'm going to add some columns, and I'm just going to use my quick edit function. So we'll say that we're going to be looking for IP address. Let's say that we're also going to want the start date, and we're also going to want the touch point. And then my connection to the subsequent report is going to be email address. So I'm going to choose email. I'm going to move those over, and then I'm going to click on Save, and I'm going to see those populated. So right now, I can't choose anything in the drill down. This is the option right here, because I haven't created my subsequent report. What I could do is I could go ahead and add any other filters that I wanted to. So just to limit my query, I'm going to add a date filter. I'm going to choose start date, it's greater than or equal to, and then I'm going to use my little helpers to choose a dynamic tag for the date. And we'll do start of current week. I'm then going to save my report, and it's going to give me my results. But again, it's not tied to anything right now. If I were to view this report, you can see that the email addresses, once they render, are not hyperlinked to anything. So here's my email addresses, and you can see that no hyperlink. So now what we need to do is we need to create the subsequent report, or the drill down report. So I'm going to come back out. I'm going to click on the little report builder again, and I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to do a standard view again. I'm going to do another tabular report. I'll do view account contact, and we'll call this 08-10-12 training. We'll call this one drill down. I'm going to copy and paste that into my description, and then I'm going to choose my category. Click on Create Report, and it's going to bring me into the properties of the table again. Now this is where I'm going to add the columns to determine, okay, what information is going to be shown on the subsequent report. So on the first one, we had start date of the web activity, we had the IP address, we had the email, and some basic information. But what I want to do here is maybe I want to have some contact data. So I can come down here, and let's choose CRM type, and let's choose first name and last name. These are obviously fields that are not available on the web activity table, so it's allowing me to get additional information. So we'll choose first name, last name, and then we'll do account name. We'll go up to the top and do account name. Move them over, and then I'm going to click on Save. Okay. What I need to do now is I need to make that connection. So you have to determine, oh, my apologies, you do have to have an email field. So my connection in the first one is going to be the email address. So now I have to have the email field here as well. We'll just type in email. So to make the connection, I'm going to come over to the filters. And this is where I'm going to choose my email field. If your connection was the account name, then you'd have to have account name in both of the tables, the master table as well as the drill down table. If it's IP address, it needs to have in the master table as well as the subsequent table. So I'm going to choose my email column again. My operator needs to be equals. It should always be equals. And then what you're going to do is you're going to type in a value of ++ drill with a capital D, down with a capital D, ++. Should always be this. This is the key that tells the system that this can be used as a subsequent report. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and save the report. You will see in red that it's telling you this report contains ++ drill down in SQL, and that's perfectly fine. This is not an error. This is expected to be shown. It says report saved, and of course if you wanted to add some sorting, add some group by, you could definitely do that as well. We're now done with this report. So we made the connection, but now I need to do one additional item. So I need to go back to my custom report, my master drill down that I just created. I'm going to go to my folder, and here is my master report. I'm going to edit it, and I'm going to look at email address, and I'm going to find my drill down report. We're going to save this now, and I'm going to view the HTML report. And you're going to see that these are no longer just plain text. These are now links. If I click on one of these, it takes me to the report that I had just created. Drill down reports are very easy to create. A lot of people don't even know that we can do them. All these reports that you receive and you build and you receive subscriptions for daily, weekly, monthly that you want to send to your sales team can tie multiple reports together. We do have step-by-step instructions on our online manual. So if you go to Help, and if you were to search for drill, you can see that it says creating a drill down report. It walks you through step by step by step, and you can see that this example here has multiple drill down reports associated to it. It has an ID that's linked to one report, client IP that's linked to a completely different report, and the organization name might be linked to an entirely different report. So it's not just one subsequent report that you can tie to. You can tie to many. Again, this is trying to minimize your effort of having to receive multiple reports and keep track of where everything is and have everybody receiving 10 reports in a single day. Create one report and tie them all together in a particular manner. As always, I thank you for joining me, and if you have any questions, you can always email support@salesfusion.com.